Hi, Shawna here, Shawna Karrasch with a question from Ask Shawna. This one is kind of a long one, and it says, "Hi Shawna, I have a mammoth John donkey that I've had here for 3 months that I could use some help with. He came from a neighbor who had purchased him at a livestock auction, so I don't really know his history. I think he is about 4 to 6 years old. He's very good with all my animals. I think he would like to be friends with me too, but is very suspicious. I'm wondering if he might have been used as roping practice, as he avoids anything that looks like a rope connected to me, even a water hose lying on the ground. If I'm near, he won't go over it, but he will walk over just fine if I'm not too close. He will come up for treats or feed, but when he takes the treats, he stretches out his neck as far as it will go and uses floppy lips to get the treats. Using a clicker, I've gotten to where I can stroke his face several times and then click. This is quite an accomplishment, as I couldn't lay a tip of one finger on him 3 months ago. I had him in a small pasture for the first month or so, but decided to turn him out with some of my other horses on the 100-acre pasture and just let him be for a while. It's been since I've done that he has made the progress with the touching. He comes up to the back fence when he sees me and will play for 5 minutes or so every day. I don't know where to go from here. Of course, I want to eventually halter him and hopefully get him saddle trained, but I think it'll take some time for that. By the way, he isn't my first donkey. I've had 2 others and neither were halter trained and both were leery when I got them. They came around really quickly, which is why I wasn't too concerned when I got this boy, but he is showing me differently. I would just love some direction on where I should go from here since he's accepting my hand on his face. Should I keep with that or try to introduce a target now or what? I did try a target initially, but no matter what, he was just too suspicious and wouldn't have anything to do with it." Okay, Kara, this is, he will come around. You're on the right track with him. He just does have fears. And I think you're right. The rope, I don't know what happened, but for some reason, if he'll step over the rope without you there or a hose without you there, but if you're there, he's worried. Something happened to him somewhere along the line, whether it was intentional or not, we'll never know. And that part really isn't as important, but it's good to kind of recognize. And even holding the target, just having something in your hand may to him feel like, I don't know what that is, so I don't know what you're going to do with it because not so good things happened with things I didn't understand before. So, but that doesn't mean give up on the target. What I would do is you suggest that you, I would do a little bit of things where you retreat from him a little bit. I posted a blog about timid horses and some of the just search timid horses on my blog and you'll find that article or that post, which has some more things about teaching boldness with the horses. This happened a lot with beluga whales. When I worked at SeaWorld, we got these little baby beluga whales. They didn't have teeth yet and they were so timid. They're just such timid little animals that what we did is we got in the water. We would actually, if they came towards us, we swam away. And that actually emboldened them. They got braver because they're like, look, I scared the human away. But if we constantly came towards them, there's a tendency for them to feel kind of encroached on, like we were always approaching and they just wanted to retreat because they're worried. But if you teach them to be bolder and come to you, that kind of thing might help. What I do with the target, I would keep doing what you're doing with tactile with him. I think but I think the target will help here because it'd be great if you could touch him all over. And just the process of doing the sessions will help with the positive reinforcement, will change his attitude and will change the way he looks at you. So he'll become more and more interested in you and it's going to build more and more trust. I think introducing the target would be a good thing to do again. Make sure you move it really slow. And when you introduce it really low. Being lower is a little less intimidating for him. And you can even squat down yourself a little bit if you feel like that's a safe environment. And that will help him to feel less like you're up and big and scary, but things are down and low and it encourages him to come to you. So I would try that and then I would get him to follow the target a little bit. Instead of the target coming to him, make sure he's always coming to the target. And I'd practice the same thing when you're working on your tactile with him, your tactile stimuli. I would look for him kind of to come to you a little bit because if you're constantly going at his face and his head, trying to touch him, it can just be more intimidating. So kind of let him come to your hand and click and reinforce when he comes to your hand and when he comes to the target. And then when you have him touching the target and pretty confident with that, you can hold it up and you can move it around. He's not so worried. Then I would start maybe touching his neck just a little bit. So he's thinking, ooh, touch the target and click and reinforce for the touching. And you'll make some real progress there. And once you get over this hump, I think you're going to get back to where you were with the other donkeys. I think things will just, everything will fall into place. But he has this hurdle and this suspiciousness that is clogging him up right now. Anyway, so Kara, I hope this helps you out. Check out that other blog post, the one about a timid horse. I don't even remember the name right now. That'll give you some more pointers. And if you have any more questions, please don't hesitate to ask or get a hold of me. Anyway, I'm Shawna Karrasch, and that is Ask Shawna. If you have any questions, please go to AskShawna.com. And until next time, enjoy getting your horse on target. Or donkey.